Well, as a typical lawyer, perhaps I should start with a disclaimer there to say that I think that the oil industry in particular is not my area of expertise. So my observations sort of broader and perhaps a bit remote. But from a distance, I understand that it's a highly regulated industry, and the nature, of course, of the product, is such that it in a way, it has to be regulated. So for me, I think the challenge is how the policymakers will find balance between regulating in a manner that facilitates the development, particularly of black enterprise within the sector, but also not over-regulate to a point where they stifle competition, and they stifle growth. That's going to be, in my view, the challenge and the tricky part. I think generally, my reading of the situation is that Black Economic Enablement is almost a demand from the ground, if I can call it that. I think that people are at a stage now where they are saying, look, we want opportunities to be created for us to become entrepreneurs. We don't want to do BEE deals, We don't want just to, concentrate on sort of get rich quick or overnight riches schemes, but we want to build businesses. But we need resources, We need an enabling environment. So for me, it's actually a cry from the bottom, in a way. Something to which policymakers have to respond, because the first phase of Black economic empowerment has been elitist and exclusive, and it was in the nature of transactions anyway, because you can't do a deal with 18 million South Africans, so you have to choose some, you can't choose everybody, so it cannot be fully inclusive. Now, people that have not been part of that process have been watching things from a distance all along, with their patience getting thinner and thinner. So in a way, this is a cry from the bottom to say, we want an environment that will enable us to learn how to fish. We don't want anybody to be throwing fish at us, We just want to be enabled. I'm quite optimistic, I have to say that, because even those that have done very well from BEE, that have done exceptionally well, I don't get a sense of complacency from them. I think many of them are reflecting. If you look at the book, for instance, and there are guys there, that are, multimillionaires, Some of them have been speculated to be billionaires, and just reasonably successful black entrepreneurs and leaders. But all of them, you get a sense that there is no sense of complacency. They want things to change. You see, these are patriotic South Africans, They realize that unless we open up opportunities for practically everybody, we are actually, in a way, building a huge castle on sand, which at some point will basically just, be blown away and collapse. So people want to ensure that there's a future for their children, and for the forthcoming generations. And they realize that the manner in which we've done BEE in the past is not conducive towards building a legacy for the coming generations. It's been very short-term, in its focus, and it hasn't had a long-term focus in it.